Hi everyone, it's Kasia from Taramap, and today I want to share with you a very special deck. It's called the Iyami Oracle. It's a 44 card deck and a guidebook as well, written by Aminat Oladipo, and there's 3 artists that constituted with the art for this oracle deck. The cover illustration is by Julius Olalekan Iyami, and the artists are all from Nigeria. And this oracle deck came to me, well, there was a gift from Aminat, and it is for the purpose of this review, but I approached Aminat. I really wanted to work with this deck, and I believe that this deck is a very, very special addition to anyone who feels like they are in service of the Divine Feminine. I saw this deck first, I think, on Martin's in the City channel on YouTube, or maybe even not like this. I think I saw the one card of Iyami mother, one of the mothers. There's 3 of them, the black, the red and the white one, and I think I saw the black one and the white one, and specifically I feel like the white one with the owl, Aje Funfun, she was she just like poof, like really, really called me. And of course the crown aspect was also, like, they all incredible. But when I saw this white Iyami mother, I just felt something physically, like visceral in my body, was a reaction. And yeah, I binged on every interview I found with Aminat and why she made this deck, how she explained, you know, her reasons, the whole story of creation. It's very interesting. I will link some of these videos below. Right now also I know that she's catching up for like regular once a month, I think, segments when they dive deeper into Yoruba tradition, religion, and explaining different cards and the stories behind the images in the oracle with Oya's girl, so with Queen Auset. So Aminat and Queen Auset catch up once a month and they go really deep. And these lives you can rewatch on Oya's girl's channel. On Queen Auset's channel, I'm going to link it below as well, so you can deepen your knowledge about Yoruba religion, which, you know, we kind of hear about, but also to get to the real source and hear the stories. It's like knowing about any other religion that is present in the world. And I feel like I am in service of Divine Feminine, and what Aminat did with the Iyami Oracle reminds me very much of what I'm trying to do with Mother Mary, or reconnecting with all the lineage of the feminine, when Iyami kind of comes from this perspective as well, that that Aminat comes with the perspective that Iyami were also kind of like hidden, maybe not monsterized, but kind of, you know, they witches, they dangerous, you don't go there. And they like the original, they could potentially be the original mothers, the original creators of everything, right? So I was very fascinated with this deck. The deck comes in this beautiful box, 2-piece box. I always use this little intro whenever I start using this oracle. I always say this: Iyami Oshoronga, the ones with the beautiful eyes, guardians of the night, I greet you gently. This is like my I borrowed the invocation to connect with the mothers. And the deck comes with the guidebook. I know that Aminat is thinking of deepening the information in the guidebook. The guidebook is done beautifully. So this is Aminat Oladipo, Orisha's Dream Publishing has published this deck. Divination was performed for the ones who conceive all of the deities. Iyami Oshoronga. all of us were born from the feminine. Let us therefore honor women. Ifa Oracle Poetic Rendition. So the deck, as you can see, is made really beautifully. So you get the contents, so all the cards listed. So as you can see, you have the full color image of each of the cards on the in the deck. You have the little kind of symbolic thing in the corner here. It looks really beautiful. You get the name of the card, you get the keyword that's on the card as well. I love the quote that Aminat used. There is a little description of all the symbols that's on the card and why they here, what they mean and how they connect. From the chats with Queen Auset, you will know that if you a part of Yoruba tradition or religion, you will know probably much more about looking at each of the images, and you will recognize many more symbols. Aminat just went for a quite brief introduction. I think Queen Auset is prompting Aminat to like go a little bit deeper, thus the talks. But I also know that Aminat has done like amazing work with this one. Maybe short, but I think as an introduction for laiks like us, you know, for people who don't know much about the stories and the religion, this is really amazing. And the angle she takes from the divine feminine perspective is just like right up my alley. I love this image of Oya and Shango. Oh. And in general, the art in this deck is just incredible. And there's 3 artists. So Aminat was looking. So artists are all Nigerian. And Oluwambe Amodo is one. Ido Emmanuel. Julius Olalekan Adeyemi is the 3rd one. And Iyami Oshoronga, in traditional Yoruba beliefs and philosophy, they state that the primordial feminine force, our Iyami Oshoronga, our mothers Oshoronga, hold the keys to the universe because it's so ancient. The meaning of Oshoronga is a source of debate among researchers, linguists, and practitioners. So they often owners of the physical world. As it said, the creator Olodumare gave Iyami the role of custodians of the universe. Collectively, they are known as Iyami, my mother, or Awon Iyami, our mothers. Individually, they are called Aje. And Aja in the Western, like in English language, is translated as a witch, but that's what Aminat explains often in those videos and interviews, that it's a very limited, take on what Aja or what Iyami or Sharonga are. So it's really interesting. I'm not going to, read everything from the deck book. Please get the deck if you're interested in this, and especially if you a fan or follower of divine feminine and bringing more balance into this world. This deck is incredible. Okay, so let's now take a look at the cards, all the cards. These are the backs. They come from Yemoja. They like scales of, the mermaid tail. It's so beautiful. Remind me very much of Aboriginal paintings as well. I think there's like, the connection between all of us in the world is really deep and goes as deep as Africa, I guess, because we're all stemming out of there, and it's just incredible, the art. The cards are on the kind of rose petal paper, but they get a lot of bend. They're not really sticking together. They shuffle really well. It's 44 cards, as I said, and the cards are quite large. So if this is the regular tarot deck, and this is the size of the oracle deck, okay? But it's easy to shuffle. I will show you at the end. In the beginning, I wanted to say this little invocation. So Iyami Oshoronga, the ones with the beautiful eyes, guardians of the night, I greet you gently. And the deck is out of order, but I put the 3 mothers, 3 Iyami mothers in the beginning, because the crown aspect, Aje Dudu, always comes first, from what I heard from the Queen Auset's and Aminat's, interviews. And So Ajedudu is the crown aspect. Each of the symbols on the card matters. It is described in the book. So maybe out of respect, let's just use Ajedudu as the example of how the book is structured. So you can see that this is the crown. Man, know thyself is the quote used. With her sacred calabash, which is this vase or like the vessel, Iyami emerges, and the first Iyami emerges out of dark matter. The top signifies heaven, the bottom earth. A shadow is cast by her black rooster, so you have the black rooster over here. Her dark penetrating eyes are filled with knowledge and perseverance. She is the embodiment of the teacher, self-care, material realm, root chakra and physical body. Symbolism. Iyami are called owners of the terrestrial realm, calabash. The owners of the astral realm, rooster. So these are what they symbolize also, right? They're not just physical objects, they have also connotations to the wider understanding of the universe. The crow of the rooster. The crow of the rooster is the length of its shadow was how the ancestors told time. Emanating smoke from her calabash signifies Ashe, the power to make things happen. And Ashe is the saying, often you can hear people use it when they in Yoruba tradition. It's like kind of confirming or affirming what you would like to do and kind of giving you like a blessing. So Ajedudu is the teacher of Aje. She is time. The message then, it's more like a divination message for like regular people to use it from day to day. Be in home in your body. Money flow is connected to your emotions. How do you feel in your body? Ground yourself. So they're quite short messages. They're not, descriptive per se. But I know, as I said, that Aminat is also working on expanding of the booklet, which would be great to have more background into Yoruba tradition, whatever can be disclosed, because probably not everything is up for public. So Aje Pupa is the mother aspect. So we have the crone, we have the mother, and we have Aje Funfun, we have the maiden. And this is very much also in Slavic culture, the colors of our Slavic tradition, black, red, and white. It's probably traditional for many, many other cultures because these colors were easy to get from nature. So Aje Pupa is the mother. You can see the fierceness also of the ally animal. And then maiden, Aje Funfun, she made a visceral, like, wow. I had a really strong response to this image. It's so beautiful, really incredible. And also I have a close affinity to the owl. So when I saw this, it's just, I just love her face, how she looks with the jewels. Beautiful. So these three Iyami mothers are like the guardians to this oracle deck. They portals. And they may be the primordial original creators of everything there is. And this card, the deck is not in order, but I chose a couple of cards. So this card it's my guide into the oracle deck. So this was the first card I pulled. It's Igun and it's the vulture. And it is about dreaming. So you can see here, like Aminat explained, that it's her actually sleeping and dreaming, and there is her astral body kind of like, when you do astral traveling, this is 3 a.m. on the clock, there's an invisible hand of maybe Gun helping you out, like being protected in those astral travels. And she's off in an adventure. So this deck came just before I went to Vipassana. And I took this deck with me to Vipassana and I pulled a card a day. I know that this is breaking the rules of Vipassana, but I haven't read much. I just wrote what card I pulled on which day. And it's quite incredible. I show you the first card that came up for one of the, I think it was the second day, I always was pulling at the end of the day. I didn't want to get influenced by it. I just wanted to practice how the oracle would reflect this particular experience, which is kind of, you know, nothing to do with Yoruba tradition or any other religion, but was really interesting. So I'm very fond of this card. This card is, I could say, like, I love it. I have emotional connection to this particular card. Some of the artwork is so incredible in this deck that it's just mind-blowing. Like, this is so amazing. Like, she's just like underwater but above water. It's very fierce, so she's called the Protector. Oshoronga, the Foundation. I pulled this card a couple of times as well. Beautiful, all the Iyami mothers together. The crown, like she's like facing back to us. Calabash is here. So Elrico, the mystic, some of the symbols, you know, if you're a follower of Yoruba tradition, you will know much better. Some of, for us, like if you kind of, don't know too much, there is explanation in the book. But yeah, again, I would wish for like a longer, deeper guidebook as well, so I can learn more. And for everybody wondering, oh, can I use this oracle? Like Aminat expressed very clearly in most of her interviews that this was created for people who don't know Yoruba tradition, who want to learn about it, who want to be informed and educate themselves. So Odidire, it's the Triumph. Osain, the Herbalist. I love this card. I've never pulled it yet, but it's, you know, if you follow me, you know how much I love herbs and plants and flowers and so on. So this one, definitely I'm waiting for it to come. Oshomare is the Rainbow, and Queen Auset, in one of her, I think it was the first interview with Aminat or the second, she also speaks about this card in regards to her life. The Genesis is what we see on the box and also on the cover of the book. Ada and Eber's Justice and Mercy, and just the artwork, so incredible. And you can see these three distinct artists. So this the Guardian. Oh, look at this, amazing. I just love this dotted style. So this is Ori. It's like your personal kind of spirit, and the masculine and feminine combination. I love the imagery of the dove as well, because it's, you know, it's like with Mary. It's just, I love the symbolism that confirms that maybe it is all one tradition. Maybe it all stems out of Iyami, you know, the Godhead. Love this. So this is another artist, as you can see, and Aminat wanted to make it like African cloth. So this, what you can see, I received at some point from Queen Auset. I really treasure it. It's part of like original mud cloth from Africa, and this artwork, Aminat wanted to achieve a similar kind of texture, so it looked like a mud cloth. So this is Maiden Arugba, and I pulled her a couple of times as well. So this is Heartbreak. So you can see that the keywords come from all these different angles. This was the first card I pulled during Vipassana, and this is Tire Tibi, the Self and Shadow. And I had like really couple of first days were really hard, you know. I felt like I'm like hangover, like I'm kind of, I don't know, I was like expelling all this kind of poisonous stuff that I put into my body, into my mind. It was such a great depiction that on the inside, like I feel like this, on the outside I'm still keeping, you know, my regular kind of face, but yeah, it was incredible. Fitila is Obatala's Light. Love it, so beautiful. Orishun is the Source. Abundance here. The artwork is incredible. The Peacemaker. So there are stories that this is serious. There's stories connected to all these images. They probably could each have a book of their own. So there's the Shell Divination Oracle. Logun Ede. It's the Hunter, also connected to Orishun. Eshu, the Messenger, with his colors. The Enemy, the Crocodile. I put this couple of times, the ancestors, so you can see the drummer, the oracle, like a shaman or the priest dressed, the teacher. I think this was maybe based on Aminat's grandfather. This is the healer. I never pulled this one yet. Total defeat. She also represents the stories of the Orishas from all these different angles, and they mostly from the feminine perspective. This must be like one of my favorite cards ever. I just love this invocation. Just the, like, you know, everything we say is a spell. The way we use language, it carries energy, it influences the reality. I love her ritual, like carvings or marks on the face from initiations, but just the image of this, it's so beautiful. And this one, Shango and Oya, divine couple, I love this. She is just so beautiful. And he as well, like great. The mother of change, the mother of sound, I pulled this one as well. Agalu. Oshun Oloya, the beauty. Look how cool she's made from this old combs for the hair. Yemoja, the great mother. So beautiful. So that's like maybe the original Black Madonna, who knows. The bird power, I also pulled this card a couple of times. Really love it. The perspective is so cool. The helper, Akberu, I put her twice during the Vipassana. And it was actually on good days. Good in a sense that I didn't deal with so much pain or, you know, but you're learning not to get hooked up on any of this. The wise one, that's really beautiful. That's very kind of Buddhist-like, Kuan Yin-like looking, right? Or Buddha-like looking. The wealth, so that's Olokun. I loved how they are depicted with those vases. And this is another type of artist. So the one, I think this is Julius, the one who did the cover. Fortress, celebration, rising, and Eureka. So even though there's 3 artists, and I'm usually not such a great fan of like collaborative decks because I want the coherence, but this deck feels coherent. Also, as I said, it's quite easy to shuffle despite the fact that the cards, you know, they have the rose petal, and usually we know that with 78 cards they kind of stick often, but this is not the case in this deck. So let's pull one card for us. Sorry, I'm just like I woke up and my voice is... Okay, so the rising, Ojumo Ire. So let's see what the booklet says for this. So now I'm sure you can go here, see number 22. Ojumo Ire is on the page 43, so that you can see it easily. I just got it when I was doing this review. So the rising, when you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive. Wow, beautiful. The rising sun reveals perfect day, and singing birds agree. A soft breeze blows the leaves of the palm trees left then right. As the sun creeps up higher, the morning air is crisp and charged with possibilities. Ojumo Ire represents the law of attraction, sunrise, positive intentions. So the symbolism here, Ojumo Ire, may the sunrise bring you blessings. So it's like maybe like a good morning. It's an affirmation and greeting for the beginning of the day in Yoruba culture, because seeing a new day is always a blessing of divine possibilities. Yoruba set the intention for the day by greeting each other. Ako Ojumo, I greet you the sunrise. Response would be Ojumore. Ojumore, may the sunrise bring you blessing. Make the best of the day is the message. Set positive intentions. It's a good day. So that's the message for you today. Enjoy it. I will get Aminat to talk with me on Inspired Tarot Map, so please join us. I will try to make it live. I will advertise on my Instagram profile, so if you're not a follower, please follow me on Instagram as well, and you will definitely see it also on YouTube, so I hope you're going to join in. I think we are going to catch up. Let me just check quickly. I think we are going to catch up on 13th of February, on Monday. So I hope you can join us, and I'm going to ask Aminat a couple of questions about the deck and about Yoruba religion, and I would love you to also comment here if you want to know anything. Then we can also pass on your questions to Aminat in this regard. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy this, and if you are a fan of religious, spiritual, traditional in some way decks that go deep, you can definitely take a look at the Iyami Oracle by Aminat Oladipo and take a look at this. She's selling it right now, it's available, so don't miss out, it's beautiful. Thank you so much for watching, and I speak to you soon. Bye.